Hello, hi everybody. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Hi. How is everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Welcome in if you are just joining us. Time zones. Oh my god. Happy morning, afternoon, evening. And I hope you're doing good. Today, I feel like, despite the thought that I had was like, you know, tomorrow I'm going to be starting a break, right? And I'm like, well, it'd be kind of like, I feel like it's going to be something where I'm like, I'm going to just try to take my time and like, and not like really do much more than relax and then catch up on chores and then reset and then reevaluate in my entire life. But you know, that third thing is, you know, later. Oh man. So instead of doing what I said on the schedule for this week, of like, you know, playing this spooky game today, because existential crisis is already scary enough. We're gonna probably just hang out and maybe draw. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But appreciate you guys understanding. I think that there's been a lot of factors. I feel like, if anything, right, we're gonna probably talk a little bit about the idea that, like, you know, I am going to be doing a break. You know, rah! Hi, welcome in. Hello, hi, Tiger. Welcome in. Sounds like I'm calling you like a tiger, like a nickname. What's up, Tiger? What's up, buddy? Big guy. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. We were gonna get into it though. It's like, I have been a little bit of an exhausted kind of bird. And unfortunately, because of that, I am going to want to try to take a bit of a break. But it's not like anything long, more than like at most would be like a couple weeks. And I'm like, I do apologize for anybody that is just like new and joining us, for the fact that, like, yeah, after today's stream, I will be taking like a mini hiatus. I feel like there's a lot of people taking like indefinite hiatuses, and I'm like, don't feel like you need to like clump me into that sort of thing, because it's like I've been overthinking a lot, and that's part of, like, you know, I gotta reevaluate things. That's all. Plan to take like 2 weeks once I get married in May. Oh, that sounds cute. Aw. Stop and I hope you have a nice, refreshing break. Thank you. I do appreciate that. I'll be trying. I think, if anything, I was saying earlier, is that I want to basically re-establish and reconnect with what I have been doing. I guess, if anything, I feel like I need to I don't know, figure out what is like a good plan of action, right? It's kind of thing where it's like, I feel as though I'm like, I've been a little slacking in some ways and need to do more in others. And do less in others, more than more. So I'm like, you know, yeah, trying to like re-establish certain things, getting baseline again. So, you know, nothing crazy. More than like I've fallen behind on certain chores or things that I feel like I should be doing, and stuff like that, you know. Take your time and rest a little. So welcome in if you're just joining us. Hi. Happy Sunday. Welcome in, Reina. Hi, Lyronix. Hello, hello, Lunar Zeal. Ayuna, Ella, Muternal, Cinna. Hello, hello, Reinbach. Hello, hi. Let me see. Imperial. Peony Imperial, welcome. And thank you for the 30 consecutive watch streak. Panda Hero Rue. I like saying sometimes, on the occasion, saying people's full, like, username, but it's, you know. Hi, Lena. Hi, Tiger, again. Oh, man. Hey, hi, kid. Welcome in. Hi, Guri. Welcome in. Got ish to do, but ain't missing a stream and stuff. Stopping and running away. Not my full legal name on the internet. Ah! How you doing, Guri? Hope you're good. Wow. We're like talking about how the thing is, right? Like there has been a lot of stress that I've been putting on myself, and it's like I don't want to like keep that kind of thing going. I think the thing is, right, I have like more severe than I even thought, kind of like ADHD. And I've been, honestly, it's kind of the thing where I'm like, I'm gonna go to my apothecary and be like, hey brother, I actually might need to like up a dosage. Kind of thing, you know what I mean? I'm like there's a few things that I'm like I gotta fix up and do better, so that I'm not just like doing baseline, if anything. And the problem is, right, because of the type of person I am, I'm like, I've got like, I am doing baseline. I think I'm doing okay, but the problem is, to be at baseline, I put in so much more effort that it starts to burn me out. And I wish that wasn't the case, you know? So I'm trying to figure out what I can do differently so that I don't have that happen, right? Because otherwise it's going to keep happening over and over again. I recognize that, right? So that's, you know, something. That's something I'm going to be like definitely needing to work on over the break a little bit, at the least. Also, another thing is like talking to more than like the small number of people that I do. Like talking to more people, being like, hey, I'm sorry that I'm bad at saying hi. But it's like, I don't know, not apologizing, but being like, hey, it's like, it's been a sec. Hi, what's up? You know what I mean? So. Oh, man. So, I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, there's also like, I've recognized why, but it's also like, that sort of thing is also harder to fix. And I'm like, man, you know? Oh, well, I'm working on things. Speaking on working on things, there is also other things that I am owed that I should work on after I do catch up a little more. Yeah, I do talk to more people online than IRL. I don't have anybody besides family and my doctor that I talk to IRL. I guess people at the grocery store and stuff like that, but that's like unrelated. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't have people to talk to IRL. And that's not like the biggest problem, but it's like but it's only because it's like the people here are not really the type of people that I want to talk to. Yeah. We gotta get you out. I'm gonna be so real. The people here want to talk about hunting, fishing, hiking, kayaking, shit like that, hiking. And I'm like, brother, I want to talk about anime and Dungeons and Dragons. I don't give a shit about hiking. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, fuck. I'm just like, I don't care. I can talk about anime. That's like valid, at least, actually. I feel like, yeah, there was only been one person that I was friends with IRL in the same space, and we sometimes walked. But then it turns out that person was a weirdo, and I disconnected from them entirely. So that was unfortunate. Yeah. And it's like, wow, they're in my local area. So now it's concerning. Yatta. Oh man. So I'm just saying, there's a few things I'm like, God, I wish, I wish, bro. I wish I lived somewhere else as part of it, but it's fine. Yeah, no. Two besties I have in person. Yeah. I think it's like, I think it's a lot of like reevaluating time, is what I'm saying. Is like, I wanna do better for myself, and for the fact that like, because I am not like baseline where I wanna be, I wanna do better, you know? You know? Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, girl. You broke your foot? Curry. Girl. Oh no, dude. How did you get that happened? I touched grass? That's what I'm saying. Never again, girl. You're like you're restricted. The only time you touch grass, like do what I do, is that like if you can like save up to go to conventions, then talk to people in person that way. Don't do otherwise. Oh my god. Fell off the sidewalk, sprained sprained it at first, but then found out it fractured my foot too. What the fuck, man? But also, I mean, I'm not going to conventions this year because like I don't have like the spare money for it. And I'm sort of making sure that it's not like I'm spending it the money that I need to spend for a big project. So, I like this music's intense. I'm gonna skip for now. I ain't got money for conventions. I hear you. Presently, I don't either. I hope to eventually again. There was like a period of time where I did, but it was more because I was getting help from like stuff like my company that I was a part of that also felt, it's whatever. That's other things that are bad. Yeah. Some expenses are some conventions are so expensive too. Yeah. I'm just like, I wish it wasn't. I mean, I get why, partially, but it's also like, bro, dude, I'm like, going to conventions in person, you gotta like the travel expenses, the hotels, plus like if you want to actually like have nice meals instead of just eating like convention food. God damn, that's crazy. And I'm like, I'm no like consistent convention goer, but geez, everything's expensive. I think it's also definitely in part like whenever whenever there is a convention going, some local places are like, I'm gonna just like up the price because I can. These people that are tourists and people that are going to conventions will not know otherwise. I'm like, man, man, I just want to have a nice meal with my homies. Hmm. Lady and I did a otaku-thon in Canada, and it still cost me a bundle for no. Oh no. Yeah, I feel like I'm also like nowhere near conventions in person that like I can't really rationalize going to like a place where like I the nearest like big city is like at minimum like maybe 4 hours drive, and it's like that would be like direct on the highway 4 hours. And I'm like, dog, I can't do that. Like, and that's like the nearest city, and that city is like maybe there's just not going to be like a major convention there. And I'm like, man, this shit sucks. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, and like a flight by that point is just going to be like way worth more time, worth the effort versus like what I have. I want to go someday, but yeah, the expenses add up. Especially, yeah, if it's not like you have like a lot of extra or spare money lying around, that's for sure. Might as well take any convention money and turn it into a vacation with some homies to go exploring the city you're in. That's like close to what I've tried to do. But I'm like, I'm so awkward, and I'm like, it's not an easy thing to do consistently at all, bro. I'm take like a road trip along the coast. That'd be neat. I don't know if like road trips would be like my thing, because it's like I feel like presently I'm the type of person that's like I like to be online. That's where all my friends are. So I'm like being on a like knowing how the roads and like where I am is just like, yeah, there's gonna be like no signal for like a lot of it. I'm like, maybe that's gonna stop me from wanting to do that. Man. My former employer, because like legit ruined my con and concert plans this year. No, that's fucked up. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Also, hi Riri, welcome in. Love becoming a mini tour guide whenever friends are in my area, show them nice things in the city. Oh, that sounds nice. Would it be so real if I ever had like friends that visited me here? I'm like, hey, do you want to watch anything on Netflix? Because we're not going out. Like this, there's nothing here. It's like, yo, you want to see a bowling alley that I've never been to because it looks run down? Do you want to walk into the mountains that we might not be seen again? Both of us? Want to look at some frogs in the river? That's at least something. I don't know. There's like, don't go splunking. Dude, I will never. Cave diving is insane. Why would you do that? There's at least like nice like riverbeds that like ducks are. So I've done that. I don't know. Throw some frozen peas to some ducks. That'd be cute. Yeah. I'd invite my friends over to go watch Stranger Things. Well, not exactly Stranger Things, but like maybe watching, I don't know. I feel like I've only heard like things start to go downhill in Stranger Things, okay? That's all. Nothing wrong with having a picnic with the homies. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I feel like the problem is though, right? There's like nasty bugs a lot of the time. I'm like very adverse to like certain things. but I'm like trying to like not say no whenever like if I were to have people in person come on by, it would be like, nah. I still feel like there's like more things to do here at like at my like apartment than anything. Like, you want to play D&D or something? I have like all of the books. I guess that'd be interesting. I don't know, man. Feel like having like a nice like there's a lot of food here, I guess. So it's okay to say no. That's true. Well, what I mean is like I feel as though I don't want to be like a stick in the mud, but it's like it's not that I'm uncomfortable. It's more like I am an exhausted kind of person, and I'm like I want to be able to be like, okay, let's try it, because I don't want to be like, no, I don't want to do anything, right? Like I want to do stuff, but it's like, you know, but it's like I don't know what there is to do here, and I've been living here my whole life, bro. There's restaurants, but that's still like something. I don't know, man. Groupon, true. Shopping and some dinner. That's nice. That would be actually a good time. Yeah. Would be a good time where it's like, you know, trying to still have like a something we're going out doing if we want to go out. Because I feel like if anything, there is like walking trails and like parks. So that's like something. But it's like it depends on the time of year too, bro. You know? Because it's like there's a few places that are like, oh, this is like visually interesting to walk nearby, so that's something. I guess I guess I could take advantage or take for granted is more like the idea of like I take for granted the fact that like it is the nature around here where I live is like it can be really nice, but also it's really that you have to drive out to it kind of thing. It's like the spots near the town that I'm in, just like it's nothing. It's like awful. And then you go out a little bit and then you're fine, you know? But it's like I don't know, man. Live in a big city. My idea of a good time is still walking, talking, eating. Yeah. Maybe buy something cute. Yeah. I could never survive in a driving town. My city, I wouldn't even really call where I am a city. I'm going to be so real. Where I am, it's like technically walkable, but anything that is in walkable distance for me is like not really worth walking to. So, I mean, that's the thing. I'm like, I have a car, so I might as well, right? But it's like, I barely use my car. So, it's like, it's not the worst. But yeah, like anything of note is like, you would probably want to drive out to it first just to be able to go there. Yeah. I'm like trying to think. It would be like, it's like the kind of thing is like the notable, like a notable thing to go to would be like maybe like a half-hour walk, and it'd be like maybe, well, no, because it's like you have to like where I'm thinking of it's like no, there's like a roller rink nearby, but it's like no, you have to drive there because it's like off a highway. No, never mind. You couldn't even walk there, really. No. It's like, then there's like a walking path near that at least. So, I mean, I don't know. There's something. There's a park and a like a roller rink and a offshoot near a highway. I'm like, oh, that's something. But it's like, yeah, you have to drive there, so it's not walkable to get there. I don't know, man. It's crazy to think about how often certain things are like, yeah, this is so inaccessible and so inaccessible. Like if I were to plan a walk, it'd be like I'd walk around like the underpass of a highway and then I come back home. And I'm like, that's it. That's all. That's like not even a joke. That's a walkway that's near where I am. And I'm like, wow, that's neat. Holy shit, bro. Man, love driving, especially on highways. I prefer human-sized spaces. You know a YouTube channel called Not Just Bikes? I'm not familiar with the YouTube channel, but it's like I don't mind certain drives, but it's like there's other times when I'm driving, it's like God, there's some like insane human beings that are driving. I'm just a bird, okay? I can't just, I mean, like, I can just fly somewhere, but it's like the same amount of effort of like walking, okay? It's still gonna take my wings, gonna get exhausted, okay? I feel like I do need to like walk a bit more often though. So maybe I do take that like walk under the highway overpass and then come back home. Mm-hmm. Yeah, wear out my back for sure, bro. And speaking of, I mean, I think I do also want to get more and more into like consistent working out. I'm gonna definitely want. I have like a stationary bike. I wish I had like a rowing machine, because that's one of my like favorite workouts. Is like a rowing machine because it's like a full body workout kind of thing. But it's like it's so it's like a sort specific piece of like workout machinery that it'd be like, where do I even put that in my apartment, bro? So I'm like, man, I used to like hog the workout machine, like the rowing machine at my gym, but I don't go there because since COVID. Also, hi, welcome in, Xander. A fold up rowing machine would be nice. It would be actually. I'd have to look into like how much something like that is priced though, right? Yeah. Because I do want to like be more and more consistent. I think it's also like the fact that like that's like low impact, so it's better for like long lasting. Like you're not out here doing like running on a treadmill kind of thing, because that's like high impact on your joints. That's like not the worst either, but it's like, you know, that stuff can be like terrible if you're older. I'm like, I want to be able to like prepare, like, bro, I'm like, oh dude, since I'm like out of like sorts, there's times where I'm like, I feel much older than I am, and I'm like, man, this sucks. This sucks. Oh no, bro. It's okay. But yeah, I feel like a rowing machine was something where I had a lot of fun, especially like, you know, being able to have like that plus like then there's like resistance on it, and then, you know, you're just having a good time with that. I don't know. I do sometimes miss being able to like do stuff like that, or like a personal free, not free weights, but like those like weight machines, like God, what do they call them in, it's like the, I don't know, the lifting machines, but they're not like the bench press weights, etc. Cable machines. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know if like, yeah, they just have like a lot of people call them different things depending. You know. Yeah. Those were also ones that I liked a lot when I was consistently at the gym, bro. Femboy Slayer. Well, welcome in. Hi. Sorry to like call out your name like that. I'm like, man, I like femboys. Why you gotta take them out like that? What the? There's not enough going around. Please. Stop. That was my nickname in college. I don't think I've ever been a femboy. Damn, bro. Save some for the rest of us. God damn. Said it with a little more zest than he wanted. Hey, inside voices, please. Inside voices, please. Okay. Oh my god. Oh man, welcome in. Hi. Hope you're having a good Sunday. We've been just yapping about. It's Layer, not Slayer. Femboys Layer. Okay. Okay. I see. I see. You know, I think you can understand my misunderstanding. I see. Layer 22. Wow. Welcome in. Hi. We've been just yapping today. Catching up. Talking about things. Like an onion. Oh. There's like 14 femboys watching you. Oh, God. The dream. Well, I don't know if watching is the dream, actually. I feel like there's like... I do enjoy, like, the aesthetic. Because, I mean, like, I was talking about this the other day. Not even joking. I'm going to be, like, so real. It's like, there's some people that, like, look so good in, like, that sort of style that I'm like, I don't know how do you, like, not just consistently do that if you look so good in that way? I don't know. Want them to do more than watch? Well, okay. Okay. Chill. Oh, man. You didn't say no. So, unrelated to the break that I'm having starting tomorrow, I also am an enjoyer of femboys, okay? I'm not afraid to say that. Where would one even, like, come across such a mythical creature, right? We know. I don't know, man. Do I have to start playing, I don't know, like Fallout 76 or like stuff like that, right? Not a mythical creature, bro. I don't know. Also, thank you for finding my glasses. If this is a very studious conversation we're having. Plenty of other streamers. That's true. Mythical to him, okay? Give him some slack. Oh my god. I'm just saying, man. Like, there's the kind of perspective that I have where it's like, it's hard to, I don't know, man. It's like hard to come across people that are genuinely interested in that sort of thing that aren't just like dressing up for attention, I guess. I don't know, man. Go to a gay bar or something. I guess. Gotta have some experiences in person. So I can talk about it next time, right? I don't think my town would have that. No, it's very much like go to a Barnes and Noble. True, yeah. I think I might have a Barnes and Noble. That's true. Target, also true. Maybe. Is that the case? Gotta go outside. I guess if we're talking like related to the previous conversation we were having, right? You not willing to take a road trip for the femboys? I gotta go to like, I don't know, like some other city or even an entire state just to be like, this is more common, I guess. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's gonna not be in this, like in the town that I am. Like, it's gonna be like where I am at. Like, I'm gonna be so real. I got bullied for being like, like mildly fruity when I was younger. And I'm just like, I do not believe that there is going to be anybody here that is in that same perspective. Bullied also is an understatement. I'm surprised I'm alive, kind of shit. You know, to just put a like a pin in that. Yeah. So I'm like, you know, I'd probably have to go somewhere else entirely not here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I got trauma to a point where I'm like, I'm scared to be myself online because of how I grew up. Okay, I'm just saying. Hmm. Other fruity men near you, but they're like hiding it like you. Yeah, it's like I don't know. It truly is one of those things where it's like I'm trying to be more and more comfortable on like where I am, how I'm doing, bro. It's like not easy, and I wish it was easier, bro. Hmm. Go to the Animal Crossing aquarium in SoCal. The femboys love fish. You know what? They might. That would actually be a very fun time to visit. Like an aquarium. Is there an aquarium near here? I think there might be. I don't know. But I'm like, it certainly is not going to have Animal Crossing stuff. It's certain they love owls too. That'd be nice. I don't know. Like, not to like bring a mood down there or anything, right? I'm sorry if that was the case because it's like, you know, that is part of like, you know, probably part of a problem I have. You know what I'm saying? You know who else loves fish? Straight white men on dating apps. They just like holding up a fish by like their mouth and they're like, look what I caught. And they're like visors that are like those weird gradients. They're like soy jacking whilst they like holding up the fish. Either that, it's like either that or they just like straight faced. It's like, yes, I killed this fish with my bare hands. Holding up the fish. It's all about the angle. Oh my god. Oh man. Dude, I feel like I've also been fishing. I feel like I would enjoy it if I was like with people that like were chill. But it's like, bro, I don't think like the only time I've been fishing and I've enjoyed it was when I was with like family. And I'm like, God, either that or like I've never been fishing on my own. And I'm very certain that like there's some good fishing places here. I'm certain of that. But also, I don't care. I don't care. Man. I don't know, man. So silly in hindsight, though. There's only like one spot here that like might have anything worthwhile, bro does not give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to go fishing. I don't want to go kayaking. I've gone and done kayaking. It's not actually the worst. But it's like, you know, if you're kayaking on your own, then you're just like alone with your thoughts, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't be out there on the lake with my, like, just my thoughts. It's gonna be a problem. Alaskan crab fishing like real men. Yeah. I want to be a real man. Fish up thousands of pounds of crab. Blah. Love to go fishing near my home, but fishing time is like also where bears' favorite time. Ah, that's valid as a concern, actually. Yeah. I fished up this I fished up this salmon with my bare hands. So you're saying you fished up a salmon with your bare hands? Turn on the camera. Is there a bear in chat? No. Turn on your front-facing camera. Is there a grizzly bear here amongst us? I swear. No. I knew it! You freak. We're supposed to be owls here. My cover's been exposed. Who told them? You all just like imagine just like a whole like an auditorium full of like, I don't know, grizzly bears or like Kodiak bears, just like all watching one small stream. Who said something about it? Huh? It was one of yous. So when you said bear with me, you really meant it. Shit. Bears with little party hats on their noses for the beak. Oh my god. True. Man. Just tiny fake wings. Yeah, like little, like not even the correct kind of wings. It's just like little, like kids' butterfly wings. Man. Damn. He's got us on the nose. Oh, that's where the party hat goes. You're right. You're right. I swear to God. I swear. Bunch of grizzly bears in chat, right? Okay, well. Man. Guys, I feel like there's just been a whole lot of fun stuff that I've been wanting to do also. Rolled in berries to make themselves purple. Aw, well that's cute at least. I like that, mental. Bears are so cute. I do like bears. I think it's one of those like one of those like creatures that just like they look so cute despite how much they like are just meant to like rip and tear things apart, bro. It's crazy to me. Like, why do they have those little ears and like, I don't know, they have just like the cutest little expressions. Ugh. And it's just like the whole time I'm not even talking about the animal, it's just like the like the gay man named like just Oh man, look at all those bears. Bro. I don't think that's my target audience. Oh my god. You think a moose or bear is scarier? Depends on a scenario. Because it's like, a moose can totally trample you if they're like terrified or, you know, whatever, they're standing their ground. But it's like a bear, more often, depending on the bear, I guess, is going to be like more scared of you and like just fuck off kind of thing. But it also depends if it has like, you know, cubs. So that's a whole different scenario. I think a moose is definitely going to like be more terrifying generally. What happened to those femboys? That's what I'm saying. What happened to the femboys that are supposed to be? Oh man. Bison for sure. No, I'm pan actually. So, you know. You know what's terrifying? The sun. Being pan shouldn't be terrifying. What the? I know. If Markiplier can scare off a bear whilst holding a bowl of blueberries, then, I mean, you can scare off a bear. That's true. Especially, I mean, like a bear in like in the civilized spot, bro, is they're not knowing what the hell's going on. They're overstimulated. Oh man, they're just like, I'm just gonna get out of here, bro. It's a giant ball of fire in the sky, in space. Sorry, I love that like stupid 7TV emote. Space. The one place that capitalism cannot reach. Space. Fire moose so huge, freaking dinosaur. They're actually like, aren't they supposed to be like straight up from like the like times where mammoths and like mega fauna have like they're still around from those time periods, you know? The one place where bears can't find me. Space. Yeah, so like they're really big because they're like on the same level as like a straight up mammoth, bro. It's crazy. So that's the only reason they're probably still like that big, because it's like, well, there's nothing that's here to take us out. I don't know. Just think of the sun is just like a drawing of a toddler did put in the sky. True. What would be like a cool job is like being a space paleontologist. That feels like it'd be like terrifying, actually. Like knowing what we know is like, bro, there's like, if there's just things out there and it's like, yeah, man, there's just bones on the moon. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, no, there's not. But you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine. It's like, yeah, man, there's like a whole pyramid here. Crazy. My stupid ass, there's no dinos in space. Who put them up there? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'd like those bones back, please. Who put my bones on the moon? No good hiding spots anymore, okay? Space dinos. Isn't there like some sort of spin-off of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with like space dinosaurs? I don't know. kind of like that sounds vaguely familiar. Hmm. Or is it like a part of that? I don't know. I think there is. I remember seeing something like that when I was a kid. Just be like utterly confused. Like talking dinosaurs. They're like buff. Like the TMNT were. There's like, I don't know, a lot of stuff like that. Maybe one of the copycats. There were so many. Yeah, that sounds plausible for sure, bro. I'm like, I don't know. There's like a lot of things like street sharks or like rocker mice from Mars. Oh, hmm. Let me like just Google it then. Maybe it will come up with something. Space dinosaur. Would it be like weird to like TMNT? Oh my god, wait, hold on. No, there is space dinosaurs in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's space dinosaurs in, in these. Guys, I thought I was like being stupid. There is. What the hell? There's space dinosaurs in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What are we talking about? But it's like consistent. Like it happens a lot. What? Okay. What? Huh? Hmm. Why are they only Triceratops? I really couldn't tell you. Like, why are there Ninja Turtles? Okay, like that's a thing. Also, like I don't know. Nothing. They just went to space. True. Yeah, they just like left. It's not that they went extinct. They were just so super advanced. They took all of their technology with them, so there was no trace to be like tracked. Crazy, bro. Man, that sounds insane. But definitely a plot point in like a show or stuff like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that just makes sense. It's like clearly space dinosaurs. Of course. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Why not? There's karate rats and Ninja Turtles and space dinosaurs and cyborg samurais. Isn't Shredder a cyborg? I don't fucking know anymore. I don't know anything about TMNT, guys. I'm gonna be so real. I was never the kid that like really got into that stuff. I'm gonna be 100% with you. I don't know anything about that stuffs. They left to save themselves from the meteor. That's what thought wiped them out. Yeah. True. In related news, we found out the Spinosaurus has a unicorn horn. But that's nice. So unicorns were real. It was just like a lot older than we thought. That's nice. And they're carnivorous. Probably. I don't know if that's like what a Spinosaur is or whatever. A new species of Spinosaur. Wow. How often does that kind of stuff happen though, right? Like how often do people like discover new like dinosaur bones, right? I don't know. That must be like super rare. I think that's kind of cool though. Imagine like being that dude. Actually, you know what? I think I saw news that it was like the same dude who discovered something else. And I'm like, that's cool. You got two like cool major discoveries under your belt. That's awesome, actually. It's definitely hype. Hmm. Similar to that, I know that there's also welcome in if you're just joining us. Sorry, I didn't want to just dive into the next conversation without saying hi. Thank you for the follows, guys. If you're just joining us, welcome in. My name is Hooty Who. I am the night owl with the nice deep voice. Hi. And then ads go, no. Okay, well, I guess now's the perfect time to talk about what I was going to talk about. Guys, there's a new furry movie gonna come out by Sony, and it kind of looks good. It's about basketball though, so I'm like, I'm half here, half not, you know? There is. Yeah. It's about basketball, and it's like, it's just called Goat, yeah. And I'm like, that seems neat. It's got like a lot of not common like furry characters in it, so that's cool. That's neat. Like, I think I saw a horse. I know there's the main character is a goat. I'm trying to think of other characters that I saw. Oh, there was a lizard. A jaguar and a hyena are lesbians because I said so, and I want them to. Oh my god. That's silly. I don't know much about what the actual plot is, but it seems like it could be fun, at least to watch. I watched Zootopia also more recently, so I'm like, honestly, I feel like, despite the fact that I'm not one, I'm just like, there's a lot of good furry media. That's nice. Hello, hi, welcome in. Hi. Talking about Zootopia, and there's another furry movie that's soon called Goat, that's about basketball, and it's neat. I liked Zootopia more than the first one. It was fun. I thought it was a lot of like interesting stuff in that one. It kind of expanded on the setting a bit more, and I think that was nice. I don't know. It's like, I feel like an origin story with like Zootopia 1 and then like 2, just like, oh, this is like how the setting is with this sort of thing. I'm like, that's neat. There's still no birds though, so I'm like, I'm still like, nah, you know. Eh. They have lizards, but now at least, but no birds. Come on, man. Okay. Birds would be next movie. Oh, I'm certain if they're gonna do what they did kind of with this one, probably talk about birds. Yeah. Buff Tiger backup dancers had more time on, and I'm here for it. Oh, true. Also, hi. Thank you for the 5 watch streak. Thank you, fan. Appreciate you. Kissing all by yourself, Ansem? I didn't have to read that one out loud. But welcome. Thank you for the 1 bit. You know, I think it's one of those things where I you know, I didn't even need to, but I did. That's crazy. Welcome into my last stream before break. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Man. Third, they'll have like Nick and Judy cohabitating. Oh my god. True. Yeah. And also, yeah, it's like Nick and Judy Hopps. Nick the Fox. What's his last name? I don't even remember anymore. I know Judy Hopps because, you know, you have to type in the whole name in order to find the fan work. Anyway, so I'm joking. Oh my god. Can't just type in Judy and expect to get the results you're after, okay? Come on, man. Think with your head, okay? I was gonna say though, yeah, in the sequel to Zootopia, they're just like so much like relationship talking besides the fact that like Judy and Nick are not in a relationship. And it's like, oh, but they can't be friends and have the same kind of conversation. It's like, okay, yes, but that's not how they were talking, okay, bro? That's we're talking about two different things by this point. Might get a Judge Judy fan art or so I've heard. You Oh my god. Just talk about Zootopia. I mean, I don't know. They were flirting with their eyes. They were straight up having couples therapy. Having couples therapy. Talking about how they miss each other. Shit like that. Like, come on. Like, come on. Like, not to spoil parts of the movie, but I'm just saying. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, how to be a better partner, but not dating. They're just co-workers that talk about how I miss how we were, and you know, this is the things that I feel because we're not communicating well. So we're gonna have to go through couples therapy. Partner therapy, sorry, it's a whole different thing. Yeah, yep. Anyway, I don't really feel though, like, I don't know. I don't feel like personal pull towards any of the characters, if that makes sense. I think at best is like Judy, but you have to understand there's like some real frames of Judy Hopps in ways that I'm like, why are you the way you like, why are you posing in this way, girl? I'm just, what the? Like, you have, like, there is a real picture of Judy Hopps where she's like lying on her side, and it's just like, what are you doing with all that ass? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know, man. And it's like not even supposed to be like oh my god, you can't park there, mate. There's a lot of shots of Judy that are like, where are you posing like this, huh? What are we doing? Let me see. Do I have like a non-spoiler screenshot that I could? I don't know if I can find something. Right? Hmm. It's so silly. I don't know, man. It's just funny to me. Can't park there, bro. Anyway, I don't know. There's like a lot of movies that I've been missing out on that I want to catch up on. I'm gonna try to like reevaluate time on my break, bro. I'm gonna be so real. I need to like basically recenter, readjust, reevaluate my whole life. That I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Because it's truly something where I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. There's a part of me that's like, I'm not locked in. I'm not. But I don't know what to do to change it. So I'm gonna have to spend some time to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So hi, happy Sunday. Welcome in, hi. Welcome, welcome. I do apologize that this is going to be the last stream before I do take a bit of a break. I'm gonna be back, but it's like, at most it would be like 2 weeks, but I want to try to, if I can manage, be back sooner so that there's like less of a you have entirely forgotten me kind of mental I have sometimes, you know. Welcome in, hi. I do apologize, this is like the conversation we've been having, like why and how I want to do better kind of thing, you know. So I do apologize. We're also not like, I'm not trying to get down about it either, because it's like, it truly is something like, I believe that I'm doing a lot of cool stuff, but maybe I'm not doing certain things right in certain ways. Like maybe I gotta do more YouTube and TikTok shorts and stuff like that. But I'm almost like, the problem being, right, here's the problem that I have, is that I don't know where to put my effort a lot of the time. And that's like a hard thing, especially if you're trying to like keep consistent schedule and not like stop that and then blah blah blah, a lot of other things. But you know, do feel like a lot of it is like talking how the sausage is made. And I'm like, that's, you know, code for like I don't feel always comfortable talking about that stuff. Because I'm like, I like being not stressful for you guys too, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, also I saw there's a new anime soon. I don't know how soon it is. I never read the manga, but I saw a lot of people really enjoy the manga and be like excited that this anime is coming soon. Called The Witch Hat Atler? I think that's how you say it. That looks like it'll be so interesting, especially the fact that I really enjoy, you know, a lot of I do really enjoy magic and that sort of thing, so it might be like a really fun, like, how do I explain? A really fun dive into like how that setting is. Like super high fantasy, right? So that'll be neat. I love that idea. Let me think. Yeah, I haven't read, but the manga art is gorgeous. I've seen little bits of it, right? I have seen some, art-wise at the least. But it's like, the plot and like what even genre it is, I'm not sure. I don't know. I know that it's visually very interesting, but besides that, I'm like, I don't know. You know? Like, there's also related to new things that are out, right? There is a new chaotic golf game that I'm like, God, I gotta find a group to play with that. That'll be fun. But I think I'll try to schedule that for when I'm back for sure. See who's up for some stupid chaotic golfing. And then, I don't know. I'm trying to think, right? Because I think a lot of the time I've been like bad at hanging out with homies that I have, right? And that's more on me. So I want to do more of that when I'm back from my break. because I think that's a definite big spot where I'm lacking. I want to be more social with my homies, but also like I guess probably getting off social media in the same breath as much as I have been, right? Or just like put stuff out there more than I have been like just it's like the type of thing, right? Here's the thing. As a dude that like I keep getting these like terribly like down and like depressing things on my like Twitter feed. So I have to recognize, right, like when that stuff happens, just leave. Just don't look at it anymore. And then also like try to put more positive stuff out there. So that's like the idea I have at least. Hmm. Let me see. With everything else though, let me see. I have been also trying to work on diving more into like things that I've been wanting to, because I haven't been drawing, and I think that's also like part of like a mood down thing where it's like I need to do more art, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like part of me is like art is like part of how I feel way more happy. And the fact that I haven't been doing a lot of it recently means that I'm a little low on that vibe. Mm-hmm. Need to focus in on learning Korean instead of doom scrolling. That's the thing, yeah. Where it's like getting locked into like doom scrolling is like such a terrible thing. Gotta break that habit. And I'm trying to be like the change for myself too. And like when I see that I'm doing it, I'm just like, okay, stop. Focus in. Don't worry. Cause it's like, oh man, they just like to show you so many like crazy, mean, and awful things on your timeline just to keep you there. And I'm like, God dang. Been struggling to read because of grad school and doom scrolling. Yeah, at least one of those things can be helped a little more than the other. That's true. But I think that like learning a whole language also, if you're the type of person trying to do that, that's a whole dependent on like your perspective too, bro. Cause I'm like, some people are so much more like their brain is easier to like, accept like here's another language, etc. I'm like, I don't think I'm at all like that, unfortunately. Man. Man. Mm. But I feel like another thing I want to do more is like get better at the stuff that I think that would help me, which is like making more things, you know? I feel like it's one of those where if I'm just sitting there watching stuff or like either playing games or watching like YouTube or scrolling on like social media stuffs, I think that it's like it's not the best for my brain, and I gotta get more into the consistently making things instead, right? Because it's like I feel it's like one of those things where I feel personally that I am the type of person that whenever I do make something that I can show to you guys or like the Discord, etc., it makes me feel so much better about a lot of things. And that's why I'm like, I feel the fact that I haven't been doing like a lot of that has been unfortunately a factor of why I'm not doing the best. Mm, Yeah, I won't master it, but I want to be a tad bit better every year. That's a good goal of like at least getting certain parts of it down over time. Yeah. Where it's like if you are, you know, here's like breaking it into smaller, more achievable things, then you're not going to feel like it's a daunting task and everything, right? I think that's a very good way to look at something. Because I feel like I also feel like I want to learn and do better at certain things, but it's like so daunting to know where to start. Like I want to get more into, let me see how do I explain this one, right? It's one of those where I want to get better at I want to get better at like singing and also storytelling, right? Because I feel like a lot of the time whenever I'm doing stuff like telling a story or, whenever I have sung, I'm like, I know I can do this better, but it takes a lot of like work to do that, right? I guess it's more like remembering stories for me because I have a lot of stories and I do okay with telling them, but it's that I feel like there's a lot of the time I just forget that I have these stories. You know what I mean? It's like recalling these weird tidbits about my own life. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a little wild that I've gone through this or that. Yeah. You want to be a storyteller, not just a dude telling a story. That's the thing. Yeah. I want to make it more entertaining in that way. Yeah. Not just read from like the dictionary kind of thing. Like, I've had having those people be like, gosh, I could just listen to your voice and you could read the dictionary or a phone book and I would still be so into it. I'm like, well, it's because I want to do better and not just have to do that. It's nice that you say that, but mm, yeah. I think with one of the more recent videos that I've recorded though, because if you guys didn't notice, and it's okay if you didn't, there is no video today on TikTok or YouTube. It is because I am going to, it should be out tomorrow when I'm not here. So that you have at least that for some time whilst I'm away. And then, not to spoil what it's about, but it's like, it's a little silly kind of conversation that I think it's nice to sometimes dive into. So I think it'll be a fun video. I don't know how well received it'll be on anything, but it'll be fun to see you guys like or talk about that sometime. It's trying to figure out how to word it when it comes to videos like that is like the hard thing for me though. I want to do so much more. But you know what I think it is? I'm not fabulously wealthy, right? Oh my god. Keep trying to upload them and they're still pending the day later. Oh my gosh. That's fucked up. That's okay. I'm not fabulously wealthy, so it's hard to, find the thing that isn't stressing me out that I get to talk about, right? A lot of my thoughts right now are like, what am I gonna have for food that isn't like, leftovers and stuff like that? Oh no. Or like, man, groceries are expensive, or God, really, this electric bill is this much? Ah, shit. And I'm like, no, don't worry about that kind of thing, right? Because, you know, nobody wants to stress over that more than they already have to. So, you know, we're fine. We're fine. But bro, I'm just saying. 700? No shot. That's insane. You live in like a warehouse? What are you talking about? $700, brother. I think the most I've seen my electric bill was like maybe like nearly 200. But like that was because I had like the heater on like full blast. Or no, it was the AC during a summer. And I'm like, God damn. Rates went up and it's been cold. Oh shit. Yeah. You know, that'll do it. Jeez, dude. Dude, I'm sorry you're dealing with that. Goodness. Welcome in. Hi, also. Bunny Bear. Oh, I love that. That's cute. Heater for you? Yeah. Heater, or like in the summer, for me, it gets like insanely hot. So I'm like, oh my God. That's where it was for me, where I had it so much that like, I think it was a part of the factor that like my AC went out during a summer. Is like, bro, I cannot be dealing with this right now. What are we talking about? We are yapping about basically just about everything, but it's like right now, it's like, bro, bills are crazy, but trying to not to worry about those, despite the fact that it's a lot. You know, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're here to just relax and chill, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, now you just like, is it cheaper to like build a fireplace in my living room? Can I like afford that and the damages will be cheaper? Man, maybe by this point. God damn. Could you imagine? No AC here. Oh no. I've heard that certain places just don't even have any AC, and sometimes it gets like insanely hot, and they're just like, no, nothing you can do besides like basically sit in your refrigerator, bro. It's cheaper for just to burn down and let the landlord figure it out. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, man. Sucks when those global warming heat waves come through. We gotta stop Puxatani Phil, bro. That groundhog has too much power for how cold it's been and then how hot it gets, okay? We gotta stop that groundhog. Puxatani Phil, we have your number, man. Stop looking at your shadow or not looking at your shadow, okay? Just burrow up in your hole. Be a shut-in like the rest of us, okay? He does his best. I get, maybe I'm blaming him and not the system, okay? But it's like, come on. I'm on the committee for proper elimination of groundhogs. C-Pig for short. Ah. Yeah, we know where you live, Puxatani Phil. What did you do to our weather? This evil sorceress groundhog. I don't know. He will meet you in the Denny's parking lot, groundhog. Your days are numbered. You rodent. You oversized rodent, okay? There, I said it. You could lose some weight, Mr. Puxatani Phil. I know it's the winter and you're saving up, but clearly it shows. How dare you? Oh my goodness. Love the avatar. Thank you. Thank you. I like my wings, my nice owl tufts and everything. Welcome in. Hi, if you're just joining us. Hi, my name is Hooty. I am the night owl with the nice deep voice. And we've been just yapping for my last day before I do a break. I do apologize if you're like really enjoying the vibes and you know that like, man, tomorrow he's just not gonna be here. I'm gonna explode, turn into like sawdust or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's just a pile of down feathers. Truly, is what's gonna happen to me. You sound like Felix from Stray Kids with the deep voice. That is crazy that you're not even the first person to say that. I don't know. I know Felix from Stray Kids because I listened to like some K-pop and J-pop, etc. But it's like I don't know if I hear it is the thing, right? That's so interesting. Maybe it's like if he didn't have his accent as I don't know. Because I'm like I feel like I'm not hearing the same thing you guys are. I don't know. Because it's kind of funny that it isn't. Yeah, without the accent. Okay. It's hard for me to like discern that, and I do apologize. I think it's like it's not a bad comparison, I would say. It's just like I think it's very not what I was expecting to hear sometimes, because I've been compared in other ways to other musicians with the way I talk, but it's like not common to hear somebody say that I sound like a K-pop like singer. I'm like, that's cool, actually. That's a kind thing to say. Is Nazi? Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of interesting in hindsight, right? It's like thinking about like, despite the fact that there's like some people that have accents, it's like that are very different than mine, right? I'm like getting compared to like certain people with also a deeper voice, right? Is there an accent that you wish you had? I at most wish I didn't have like now this is like me projecting. I wish I didn't have a surfer dude bro accent. Because sometimes that's what I feel like I sound. But I know that it's like me being like I don't know. I kind of feel like I should talk more prim and proper. But then I'm like, I talk with like saying like a lot, or dude, or bro, or saying totally and stuff like that. It's like the guy version of a Valley Girl accent. You know what I'm saying? You were a surfer, bro. Dude, bro. I mean, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying that is the truth. It's I mean, man. Sorry I can't stay long. No worries. Appreciate you coming by saying hi, though. Thank you. You don't. I know. But I think when I hear myself say certain things, I hear it way more. There was, there was like a TikTok I saw that was, it's like, it was something like saying things in a California accent, and I was waiting for the video to start. You know, it was like saying like I was waiting for the bit to start, but then I realized they were doing it the whole time. And it was like, oh no, wait, I'm just used to this is how people talk. Oh no, bro. Saying that when I literally have your name. Oh man. Means waves. Ah. You used to surf? think you remember you mentioning it. It's not like a whole lot, but sometimes whenever family would take trips to places, the trips would be like, oh, here's a beach, or here's like a more tropical area than you're used to. That it's not the woods. It's like, oh, nice, I can go in the water. It's like freezing, but like still. Start pronouncing your T's Californian. Oh man. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you mean. What you mean. Not shoe. What shoe mean? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. It truly is like so clearly that too. When you start pointing it out. What you mean? Oh man. Yeah. I'm just saying, it's crazy. I live in like not anywhere you would expect. I live in the woods, okay? That's the most detail you're getting out of me. That's him, officer. What do you mean? Clearly, that's somewhere else. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know. I don't know. Not don't know. God. Oh, fuck. It's everywhere. It's all over. It's like if you've seen that one clip of I've seen some people do like, here's a breakdown of this streamer's voice, and then you go into like the accents and everything on how they say certain things, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so silly. It was like one specific one with like Iron Mouse. She was like, stop, no, and it's like, oh my god, please, Mouse. I'm doing it again, Noah. And it's like, stop, Mouse, please. No, you're putting yourself in a loop by hearing it now. Oh, jeez. Man, it was just so silly. Ah, thank you.
Rad, bruh, free.
Totally rad, bruh. I do say rad or bruh. And totally. Just, how's about you turn yourself inside out, okay? How's about you make yourself into a pile of wood chips? Okay? Can't even be made into soup. You're just gonna be on a playground and be like awful to fall into if you fall off the slide, okay? That shit's bad. I hated wood chips. Man, and I say wicked. I don't think I say wicked, but I have thought about it sometimes. It's like, it's been like, oh, that's, yeah. That shit hurt when, like, the damn splinters. The problem is, the only other thing that they had where I grew up was just either full-fledged dirt or gravel. So it's like the wood chips were the best option, and that's crazy. Yeah, like, we're just gonna put fucking rocks everywhere. Yeah, that'll help. Yeah, man, smaller rocks so that when they slip, it's embedded into their skin. God damn. Like, who thought this was a good idea? I had a dreaded playground made of wood and the metal slate for the slide. That's exactly the same setup that I had. I actually, there was like a school ground that I had one like plastic slide, but it was one of those covered slides that made your hair staticky as fuck. And you couldn't even get momentum going down it because it was one of those like spinny tubes. So it's like, oh, by the time you're at the bottom, you're like barely like getting out of this like slide, bro. Man, no fun at all. And the other slides were just solid metal sheets. So nah, man, it's not great. Oh, you want to go on the slide? Oh, well, no, I'd rather have my skin, you know? I'd rather be able to like keep the insides in with my skin, you know? So I don't want to melt whilst I'm going down a slide. God. Love my classic metal slide going like 50 miles per hour, getting crispy going down. Oh man. Melting skin. Good times. Good times. Ugh. Yeah. You know what I do miss? Being able to go on a swing set. Where's our like adult sized swing sets, man? And I'm not talking like, I'm not talking about a like a roller coaster kind of thing or one of those like weird slingshot like rides at like amusement parks. I'm talking about like just normal bog standard swing set that is functionally made for adults or enough for adult weight, because I'll tell you, when I was in like just at the end of middle school, I was already like buff and big enough to like hey man, I'm a young adult sized person. What are we doing here? I cannot go on this swing anymore. I am huge. Already having my growth spurt, hitting 6 foot by the time I finish 8th grade. Yeah, man, that's totally still fine for swings. And I'm like, yeah, I still had a couple inches to grow through high school too. Jesus Christ. So nah. You starting college? Yeah, when I was a freshman in high school, there was a lot of people in the school that assumed I was a transfer student, a senior transfer student. It's like, oh, where did this dude come from? The elementary school. What? Yeah, no, he's a freshman. No, he's not. No, yeah, that kid with the beard. That like 13-year-old with the beard, yeah. Who didn't realize he should shave? Yeah. Didn't know that was a thing until I was in high school. Oh yeah, man, I should probably start shaving, right? Yeah, you with the beard, you should probably. God damn. Poor baby Hooty. I just didn't know. I'm like such the type of person, bro. I'm like, I just did not know to ask questions. And so it's like half of the time, like, I don't even blame like those around me for like, you just didn't know. It's like, yeah, no, I didn't know you could even ask this was a thing. It's crazy. I remember the first time I shaved too, bro. Oh my God. I already had like too much facial hair by that point, and I'm like, oh, dude, it was an awful thing. I'm the type of dude that's just like, if I just leave like the like my beard to grow, I will just grow like a Duck Dynasty ass beard over time. It will not stop growing. So I'm like, I don't want that. It will not look good, especially with how dense and like wavy that my hair is. It's gonna just look like I'm Hagrid or something. First time I shaved my legs, I cut above the Achilles heel, freaked out so bad I just kept bleeding. Oh jeez. Oh no. A Viking beard? Sort of. It's one of those things where it's like, when I thought beards were like my thing, it was like I had my chin, the chin part of my beard curled upward into the shape of like a crescent moon kind of like shape. Like, it's so silly. I look like an evil man. Oh my god, bro. Welcome in. Hi. We're talking about how like when I was younger, I was definitely the type that just didn't know like social norms because I didn't know to ask. I'm like so dense. It was very silly. Hi, welcome in everybody. Hi. Happy Sunday. If you are all, well, a lot of you that are new here, hi. My name is Hooty Hoo. I am the night owl with the nice deep voice. We've been just yapping all day because it's going to be my last day before I take a break and re-center myself, basically. But I hope you enjoy the vibes. Thank you for following. Really? There's been a lot on my mind, and I do apologize that that is the case. But it's the fact that there's a few things that I've been dealing with, and it's nothing like crazy. I'm not graduating. I'm not going like anywhere for a long time. It's going to be at most like a week and some change. So it's not like anything crazy that other people are going into, because I love doing content and I love making things. But it's been that I've been having a lot of brainworms, and I want to make sure that I'm not, you know, burning myself out. And I do apologize the fact that there's, you know, like I said, there's a few people that are just new today. And I do apologize that that's the case. Because it is really nice to be able to say hi to people and, you know, have those vibes go. But welcome in if you are just joining us. Normally, it's that on Sundays we've played spooky games like Observation Duty. I was almost in part thinking about like doing a silly like we know that certain games are like silly and bad, so we play those on Sunday as well. But I'm like, I also have been wanting to play certain other spooky games on Sundays. But then there's also like, I've been trying to figure out what is good, you know? We didn't mean to send. No worries. You didn't finish your message before you send. It's all good. Hope you're having a lovely day. It's been a good one, actually. It's been a good one. Oh, that's true. There is Resident Evil that is soon. I'm very excited for that. I'll actually probably be playing that once I'm back from my break. That's true. Because that is on... Gosh, isn't that this weekend, right? Oh my god. That's crazy. On Saturdays when it comes out, I think. Yeah. I am very excited about RE9. Don't know how. I have the avatar, but like yours is different. Mm-hmm. I think that like I like streaming a tremendous amount. And so it's one of those things, do it because you enjoy it. There's a lot of like threads online where you can look up the technical side. But it's like if you really want to find something that's like a good looking way to present yourself, there's a lot of other spots that people don't normally look into. Like there's a website called Booth that is more Japanese artists that have their terms and conditions, but they also have like really good stuff on there if you want a pre-made. Mm-hmm. Did you make an account and become a VTuber? Oh man, that is a whole story for that I have told a couple times, but I think it's been a while. It was way back in 2020 because I'll tell you, it's crazy. It's nearly been 6 years since I started streaming, and that's part of the problematic brainworms that I've had. That I don't feel like I'm where I want to be, but that's me projecting, I think. Mm. But it started because I was trying to build a portfolio for college, actually. So I did a lot of art, and I got burnt out on just doing it solo, alone, not talking to anybody. Because I was building a portfolio for art college for my magic schooling of the magic arts, you know? And I was like, well, if I start doing stuff like art on a stream, I could just get like advice, or not like advice, but like prompts from people that show up. And so it's like, if you know anything about that sort of thing, people were like, wow, people like want to just draw things for free. And so I'm like, I'll just do that and build up a portfolio. It started to snowball, right? Because people wanted to know who I was. And then I found out what VTubers were. And I was like one of the first in like 2022. You're really cute. I'm just stating facts. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Can I draw you? Yeah. If you need references, we have a community Discord with references that are more high quality, because there's like some higher quality images with that stuff, and it's very cool that if anybody wants to draw, it's very, very sweet and kind. Mm-hmm. I like fan work a lot. We have a whole section on our Discord too, if you are somebody that doesn't have like Twitter and stuff like that. Like seeing you smile. Aww. I think that I like to provide good vibes too. So making you guys smile is also a very good time. I think that's one of the best parts about being somebody online. I like making people happy. So I want to make sure that I'm in a better headspace to be able to do that. So that's part of also why I'm taking my break. Because I think that there's been a lot of points where I'm like not doing the best. And so it's like, I don't want to be sitting here complaining. And so then, then it starts to be like, well, then we're all being negative. And I don't like that idea. That's not a fun time. Ads in 5. Thank you for the ads reminder. We play ads at the top of the hour. So there is no like pre-roll. And if you don't know what pre-roll is, it is something that when you join a stream, you just suddenly get ads. Then, you get locked into there and you just don't even want to sit through them. I try to avoid that stuff, so I play those ads at the top of the hour so that we don't have that. Yeah. Can you skip the song if it's not already almost over? Yeah, it was almost over already. Sorry. Mm-hmm. I realize also like there's some songs that are just not good for like a stream on this playlist, so I gotta do definitely you know, purge some of those. I want to go at the same time. Well, it's okay if you have to head out, don't worry. I think it'll be one thing if you are somebody that is new, that wants to be on top of things and be here the next time I do stream, or just, you know, keep tabs, you know, my socials or my, you know, the socials or my my community Discord. Will let you guys know more consistently, because I think it's like one of those things where Twitch doesn't normally tell you when I'm live, and that's easier for most people to have like a, you know, a little ping on there. It was a bit crunchy. Oh, I see. I wonder. Take care. Get some rest if you need to as well. But I was thinking though, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of good vibes that I need to get for myself, reestablish things, etc. So I'm like, that's part of the break. Because with ADHD, bro, you get like so sidetracked, like putting effort into a lot more things that I don't need to put effort into, and then like I don't have energy for the things that I need to put energy towards. So I'm like burning out, like in a way that I shouldn't be, just to be like sort of baseline. And that's like re-evaluating what I do and how I do it. You know what I mean? So that's a big part of it too. I think that's a hard thing to just sit back and be like, hey, I'm the problem, but how do I fix it? Right? Yeah. So it's like a thing where I want to make sure that you know, not everything is all like staying the same. I gotta break the cycle, right? Yeah. Being productive, exactly. So it's like, you know, recognizing it and being like, okay, that's the first thing. Now what do I do about it, right? Oh. Oh, it's all good though, you know. Yeah, I hope you have a good break. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think that it'll be worth the time that I take. I think a lot of the time though, me and a lot of other people that do stream, that I get like decently concerned that it's going to be like, not that it's exactly like I'm going to be forgotten, because that's not the case. Like that doesn't, if you have like a good community, it's not going to be something that most people even actually have happen. But it's one of those things where it's like in the back of my head, it's like I want to do so much more so that I don't get forgotten. But it's like a weird concern. Yeah, taking some also time, that's a part of it too, where it's like I do plan to get even more on top of like cleaning and then stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I'm not like a crazy big name with everything. And so I want to how do I explain? It's like one of those things where I want to be consistently active with like, you know, streams, so I don't get lost in the ways of everything going on. It's crazy. But I know that's not how this works, especially with how you guys are. You know? You guys are very kind, and you wouldn't be the type that's just like, you know, it's like, well, object's permanence, he's gone, now he's gone forever. That's not how this genuinely works. But it's always there, right? And that's the problem. Like, always the thought, unfortunately. So I'm trying to like negate that kind of sort of that mindset. Hands, man. Yeah. I have to admit, I do get hyper invested and then take a break, but eventually return. Yeah, I think that being invested isn't a bad thing. To me, it's more like trying to find a balance and not like burn myself out despite wanting to keep going, right? It's like it is going to be better because I take the break and like get back to the baseline and then like it's not like start a fresh slate, but like it's kind of thing where I want to, you know, do more like positive habits, like so that I'm better in general, right? So it's like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Get like hyper invested and then you get, you know, disappear, but I eventually return. I think that's, to me, I never take it personally whenever somebody like can't make streams either. You know, like a real talk kind of thing. It's like, I know a lot of people, myself included, you get like, life gets in the way, even if it's not like, you know, like work or whatever. It's like life gets in the way of like anything, truly. So, ah. Yeah, hello. Hi. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Hi. Hope you're having a good one. We are currently in the middle of like supposed to be an ad break, but it is very cool to see people show up and say hi too. Hope you're good. I was talking about how I'm going to be taking a break for a few reasons, but I'll be back before the 6th of March. So it shouldn't be like super long, but it's enough time to be like, well, you know, try to resituate myself. Hi. Oh no, ads. Hopefully everybody is back from ads. Hi everybody. Do apologize, we run those at the top of the hour so that there is no pre-roll. So, hi, welcome in. Hello, hello, happy Sunday. We vibing, hanging out, chatting, getting to just catch up with everybody. You have a good break, Shoddy. Thank you. It means a lot, actually. Because of the fact that there's actually, like, there's been a lot on my mind. I've had, like, tremendous amounts of brainworms. And it's recognizing that I have them and that I can help them by taking a bit of time to myself, right? And so unfortunately, yeah, that is why there's going to be that like break. But it's also, you know, I have things I need to work on and catch up on and then re-establish, etc. I was saying earlier is that I want to be a lot better at like yapping with my homies. And it's like, oh man. It's so hot here. Oh no, are you in the upside down of Australia? I think that it's still very, very hot in Australia. Oh no, I have a few homies that are from over there, and so it's like, yeah, unfortunately. For me, I'm dealing with like terribly cold weather, so I do apologize. For me, it's like I'm wearing like a nice pair of socks and slippers whilst I'm like cozy bundled a little or having my heaters on. Oh my god. So it's like, oh, I hope you don't get snowed in. My family was actually experiencing snow, but they're in like the mountain ranges. And so it's like not for me, but like I couldn't visit family for the last 2 weeks or so. Normally, on the occasion, I'll go and see my parents and catch up with them. But it's like the weather's been so bad that it's like driving there, bro. It's not going to be anywhere safe to do that, let alone flying in a storm. You cannot have your wings out flapping in the winds that happen here, bro. Oh my God. Mm. Don't know the conversation. Genuinely, we're just, vibing. And I was talking about how I need to take a break next for a little bit of time after today's stream. But it's not like anything like a graduation, so I will be back sooner than anything. I will be back on at the minimum. I will be back on the 6th of March because of the fact that I'm the type of person that like do a lot of overworking and I like burn myself out, unfortunately. We're having a blizzard right now. No. Oh god. Yeah. Crazy, bro. There's like nothing scarier. See you till we meet again. Take care. I feel like there's some interesting new vibes. But welcome in if you're just joining us. Crazy. Birthday's on the 12th. Well, happy early birthday. I don't know if I stream on the 12th. Let me see. Normally I'm off on Thursdays. But I hope you have a wonderful birthday when it happens, though. Blizzard's bad here. I saw a red cardinal just end. Oh no. It just started. Oh my goodness. Man. The omens of the birds. They'll say, hey man, it's just begun. Oh no. Oh no. Man. I like spring and fall, but it's also like it takes so much time for that stuff to like actually kick in, spring and fall weather, that it starts to be like now here where I live, right? It's one of those things where I think that how do I explain? It's like it feels like it goes from winter to directly summer weather sometimes. And I'm like, the mid temperature is like the nice chill time. It just never shows up. And I'm like, what the heck? I don't know. Oh, slay. Spiritual stuff with cardinals. I see. Your voice is soothing. Thank you. It gives your brain tingles. Well, thank you. I think that my voice is one of the things that I'm very proud of by this point. Being able to like consistently keep it going, where it's like sometimes I have like bad voice days, like how some people have like bad hair days, or like my voice is on the brink of cracking all the time. But like there's other days like I feel today, where I feel like nice. It's very chill today. Makes it feel nice and cool in blistering weather. Oh, damn. I think one thing is like, I still feel like I get really, really tongue tied whenever I'm trying to read like huge paragraphs. And it's not even that I'm like dyslexic. I think it's just that I have like super severe ADHD. In my head, I read something way too fast, right? And then it starts to like catch up to me what I'm reading as I'm reading it aloud. And oh my God, it's a problem. And I'm like, no. So it's like, if I'm reading something in my head and not reading it aloud, I'm fine. But hearing myself say something, right? Where it's like, I don't know, I'm reading a paragraph and then I'm like, wait, what did I say? It catches me off guard and I just like lose my train of thought. It's so stupid. Very silly though. Just one personal voice crack. Oh no. I think it's not an easy thing to know where you're like, what's like good for your own voice too. Where it's like, I think the way I present myself, right? My voice is like one of those where I'm like, oh my God. I think it's like, I start to sound way more tired than most people even assume. Like, I'm just like, there's been so many times where I'm just like, I join a voice call with somebody that isn't used to my voice, right? He's like, oh my God, did you just wake up? And like, no, I just talk like this. Anyway, hi. But then there's like people that know me, that it's like, that it's like, when I am actually tired, they can tell it's like, oh, you really are tired. And it's like those same people in the first example that are like, you sound like you're dying. You're full send, just functionally a corpse with like no energy besides enough wind to make talking noises. It's like, yeah, it's fine. It's like I'm just strained. God, me right now? Oh no. Oh no, bro. So it's like, oh man. But it's fine. I feel like, oh bro, I am so tired on the occasion though that it's like, I get to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to get out of bed. It's not even that I'm like, you know, like not even a depression tired. It's more like I'm just exhausted, you know? I'm like, I got stuff to do, but could I just like sleep all day? Oh, starting to become sick and I feel it in my bones. No. Oh, I hate that. You just feel the sickness crawl in. Fight it. Drink like, you gotta do what I do, right? Where you have to drink like a whole pint of like some sort of orange juice or like something like that. Get those vitamins in and just beat up that like sickness feeling, right? Oh. Just want to sleep all day. It's still like, but you still aren't rested. I think that's one of the things, right? I want to be better about my energy. And I'm like, I think it's partially that I drink so much caffeine, but it's not like, not even that much. It's more like the combination of like not having enough sleep, and then I have my sodas or something, and then my gamer subs, that's for sure. And then like all of that combined is like, oh, I'm exhausted once it like starts to wear off. You know? And then I'm like revenge hours of the night trying to get like something done. In the hospital on the weekend. Hospital food is not good. Yeah, I know that for sure. Wish I had like a slightly deeper voice. I sound like a child. No, I feel like a lot of the time people are also super like over analytical of their own voice or things that they do, right? And I'm like right there with you. Don't worry, I understand that. It's like I feel as though people are so judgy of their own voice, and I'm like, I'm not excluded of that either. So I'm like, I truly hope that I hope you know that it's probably more something that, how do I say this? I could imagine that it's not as bad as you think. So, drank like 2 bottles of aloe vera. Oh, I'm dying. No. Oh, you know what you gotta have? Ginger ale. Also good. The cure-all, ginger ale. Feel like death without caffeine. I saw somebody talk about how if you are somebody that's like really reliant on caffeine, it's like your body, caffeine is like when you're trying to well, what happens is like you've got like a tired chemical in your brain basically, right? And caffeine suppresses that, right? But if you're like me and I have ADHD, it like doesn't quite work the same. And it's like you still suppress the tired, but then you're like midline, like, well, now I'm just like mellow. You know what I mean? So it's like not really much to do about it. But then it's like, okay, if you're overcompensating with caffeine, right? And you're not feeling that tired, it's not going away, right? You know, like once you stop having the caffeine in your system, you're just feeling tired even more because you couldn't like work it out, kind of thing. And I'm like, that's unfortunate, but it can happen. It can build up. And so I'm like, bro, I hate it. I hate it. But I'm like, the fact that it happens to me too, but I still can't avoid it, it sucks. That's the worst. Also, welcome in Fox Raid. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody, if you are new here. Hi, my name is Hooty. I am the night owl with the nice deep voice. That is Hooty Hoo, the night owl. At your service. How's your stream? How is Star Ocean? Star Ocean. Wait, I think I know. I'm trying to like think of it without the visual. I'm thinking of Fantasy Star, not Star Ocean. What is Star Ocean? Hold on, let me Google. But I hope you had fun with it. Welcome in. Before the break, hope stream has been going well. Welcome in. Today's been a nice one. We've had a lot of very kind newer folks in. Star Ocean. Oh, it's the yeah. This is not the one I'm thinking of. Star Ocean is like, yeah, one of those RPGs that I've been like seeing sometimes, but never full send like tried. Yeah, so interesting. Hell yeah. The one I played was different. Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying here with all the like the Googling of this. Right? It's like adjacent to like a fantasy fire, like Final Fantasy, but it's not the same like people who made it. Sea of Stars is the one, yeah. Cinna's thinking of Sea of Stars, which is also really good, but I didn't ever finish, but I should at some point, maybe. There's a lot of good RPGs out there, bro. I love those stuff. But again, thank you for saying hi, joining us. If you do need to, though, do take care and, you know, get some rest if you need. But I appreciate you saying hi before my break. There is going to be a period of time when I don't stream, but it's not going to be a long period of time. It is genuinely what we were talking about, is that it's going to be something where I'm going to reassess and reevaluate like what I am personally doing with my time, because I feel like with the fact that I have a lot of certain things going on, I haven't been able to do a lot more than baseline, and I don't feel like that's enough. You know, I want to do more. So if I can find a better way to get back to baseline without feeling like I'm burning myself out, it is going to be better that way. So, you know. Oh, it is also made by Square Enix. Ah, that's fun. Hell yeah. Sort of like a sci-fi version of an RPG. That's an interesting thing. I've not been somebody that's like super into like sci-fi as a thing. What do you think is your favorite part of like diving into that kind of genre? Sorry, also, if you like, I like follow-up questions, and I keep on like thinking of stuff like that, you know, because I'm very much like a fantasy, like that's my bread and butter. I love like magic, arcane stuff, and crystals, etc. So it's like anything that's sci-fi is like decently foreign to me, you know? And I'm like, what do you feel is the appeal for you, right? For those that also enjoy sci-fi, what do you think is like the big thing? I think from what I can tell from like the outside is like something that like could feasibly happen, right? Where it's not like super far-fetched, despite the fact that like, you know, some stories might have like a lot of like, you know, the suspension of belief kind of thing. But it's like, I don't know. I think it's fun to, I like magic and like that kind of aesthetic so much. I like the worlds and creatures possibilities in sci-fi. Ooh, yeah. Like some sort of experiments and like weird science gone wrong, but also like, I don't know. You ride or die Square Enix? No, not specifically. I wouldn't say so. I have enjoyed some like Final Fantasies in my past, but I've actually never finished a Final Fantasy, right? I was planning to, once Final Fantasy VII's remake comes out, I'm like, you know, I want to like the full end of it, right? Not just like play it in parts. I want to play it all at once and then dive into that. But, you know, never fully finished a Final Fantasy. A lot of room for creativity. I think it's like with sci-fi, to get back to that, right? I feel like it's one of those where it's the what ifs, I think, where it's like, what if this happens in the future kind of thing. And that's genuinely very interesting, right? I need to have like Final Fantasy 14 2.0 graphics are dated for new people. I have actually tried a little bit of 14, but I think an MMO is like such a hard way to like dive into a game like that. I really enjoyed it for the customization, I think it's like one of those things where it's like I am much more of a single player kind of guy though. And that's the problem, I think. It's like it's not even like that I think it's bad. It's more like, oh man, I am such a like solo player with everything that I even forget to like, I don't know, try to get others that I'm homies with to play certain things. But that's another thing I'm like I want to get better at too. So that's why I'm like I do like 14's like setting at least. It's got a lot to it. But I haven't really delved into like too much. I played the first base game, but I have not played any expansion where it's like I played what was like a Realm Reborn. I think that's the first part, right? So I do know a bit of it. Stuff like Thancred and stuff, you know. So it's interesting. But I'm like, I don't know the depth of it and what happens after that. But I do like, I don't know, even if it's like certain Final Fantasies aren't really like as much fantasy as they are like almost like a modern with a twist. Modern fantasy is more closer to what they do. Like even Final Fantasy 7 sometimes feels more sci-fi than it is like fantasy, right? And that's interesting because it has like a lot of the makings of like normal fantasy, but like more closer to like either diesel punk or I don't know, things where it's not quite the same. So I'm like, I don't know, it's not always my thing for that either, you know? But I'm the type that I'm like I want to give things a lot more of a shot nowadays that I haven't in the past. And I think that, you know, even more sci-fi and games like it would be still more fun if I was playing it now versus way back. Yes, 7 is like very diesel punks mixed with like fantasy somehow. Yeah, there's like still like magic and like crystals and stuff in Final Fantasy 7, but yeah, it's still very like diesel punk, diesel like roadsters, very bulky mechanics. Yeah. Should run Square Enix. Yeah, we got a game with like a Final Fantasy character. I feel like that could honestly pop off, but I don't know if Square would ever do something with their IP like that. That would be crazy. Just have it be like a visual novel and just, you know, make the same like boys and same aesthetic like that. But then I don't know. I it could pop off, but I doubt they'll ever do something like that, right? Hmm. Square Enix Love in Deep Space. Exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking in that moment too. Where it's like, yeah, Love in Deep Space has like such a audience. But I feel like the Love in Deep Space boys, right? Here's the thing. I feel like they're not the visual aesthetic of like an anime boy that I'm after. Like they're like almost too realistic. Weirdly enough, right? Like I almost want them to be more anime visually, but it's like the 3D models are almost trying to be like realism, but not actually. Like I would say it's on par with something like the remake of 7 specifically too, where it's like, oh wow, this is not anime, but you know, it has some of the appeal there. Yeah. Hmm. Chinese mobile game male characters are too perfect. It's kind of that, yeah. It's like you somehow have no flaws, and that's weird. Is there space in Love and Deep Space, or just men? There is space, and the guys are technically from another planet. That is interesting. Wild. Ah, they're aliens. No wonder they're too pretty. Yeah, they're like synthetic humans. They're not even real humans. They're too perfect looking. No, it's, I mean, you know, I feel like the realism with the, like, that aesthetic is kind of nice. But it's like, I think in part, I don't know if there's like, there's certain boys that I'm like, maybe it would feel nice to be treated that way, but it almost feels like they're putting on an act. You know what I mean? Like, I'm suspicious. Like, I shouldn't be, right? But I feel suspicious of some of these, like, the way they are sometimes. Like, like, you're too kind to me. Are you, I don't know. You're like too nice. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. Male idols are going viral because they have like that anime J-rock look. Yeah. You know what? That's a good point too, right? I'm like, like you're the type that might be 1 and 8. 1 and 8. I don't know what that means. That's how I feel with the games like that. You're like, why are you being nice to me? We met like 5 minutes ago. I think maybe it's trauma. It's gotta be trauma. Where I'm like, I don't know. A lot of the guys in my life have always been like, they like pretend to like me and then they're like, they like kind of suck. It's like, you know, actually, you kind of suck thinking about it. Oh, man. Let me see. What does 1 and 8 mean in regards to Group? Unique look, not generic K-pop look. I mean, I do like the generic K-pop look. I'm not saying they do anything. Honestly, I love that. But it's more like, 1 and 8. J-pop. Sorry, I got like a calculator to pop up. 1 or 8. Oh. Not and. That's more specific. That was my bad for not knowing that one. They have some good looks. There is a lot of people in this band, but that makes sense for the fact that there's 8 people. Wow. I gotta dive more into like idol groups again, because it's like there's a lot of like handsome boys that I'm like I could get their style and be like, oh dude, now I wear that, but like fantasy. But magical, right? Where's like that aesthetically? Where's the wizard boy band? Sorry, I'm so stupid. But it does have like a lot of interesting looking guys in here. I think a lot of the time I fall behind on like knowledge about group stuff because I'm like the things that is closer to like I don't know, not specifically K-pop, J-pop, etc. But it's like in regards to like being a part of a fandom, quote unquote, I'm like, I think I'm really invested in how like VTubers. And so that's why I'm like super knowledgeable on stuff like that. But I think honestly, diving into a different unrelated fandom feels like it could be a fun time. Yeah. make the wizard and magic, like the mages boy band, yeah. Mm-hmm. God, Southern rock male idols. Well, more of like oh man, a, a mage themed boy band would be pretty cool. I'm just saying, we need more magic in our lives, okay? Whimsy, magical boys. Oh, true. Like a magical boy, like a magical girl, but guys, but like an idol group. I think there was an anime like that at some point. Mm-hmm. You know? Spop with Southern rock. Oh my god. No, I don't want. I'm gonna be so real. There's a lot of like Southern bands and stuff like that. I'm like in America, etc. That I'm like, I'm not about these like American bands. I need like some indie bands for sure, but like, bro, I cannot with like certain genres of music. I can't get behind country. Modern country, if you've ever heard it, is just so like not it, bro. It's bad. But the problem is everyone here where I live listens to modern country music, and I'm like, I hate it here. It's like, oh yeah, you want to like go to the local like card shop and look at like Magic the Gathering cards and D&D stuff. Even those motherfuckers listen to country music for some fucking reason. I don't get it. I just want to catch my fish, drink my beer. It's like, okay, do that then. Enjoy. I don't know. Is it that hard? Country rap? Well, yeah. That sounds bad. It does sound bad. Yeah, this is the song that pops up when you think about country rap and is like, panic. Panic ensues. Why? Why is that a thing? What the fuck? That's awful. Evil. That's stupid. Counterproductive almost by that point. Anyway. So I hope you've been enjoying the Cult of the Lamb music. I've been trying to like curate the playlist a little more so that it's, you know, chiller, but there's like the one song on the Cult of the Lamb playlist that I really like that I almost just would want to play the solo song over and over. Also, hello, hi. My ears are blessed. Welcome in. Hi. If you're new here, hi. My name is Hooty Hoo. I am the night owl with the nice deep voice. That is who. Welcome in, hi. We've been just talking about like a whole bunch of things, like whatever really pops up, really. Like how I want to make a wizard boy band group, I guess. That would be really fun though. Just like have everybody be like super whimsical. You know what I'm saying? Like we love casting spells. Oh my god, I just remembered also, like sort of related, but it's like apparently the Shadow Wizard Money Gang, that stuff is apparently, there's a band called Shadow Money Wizard Gang, and they just like had that soundbite pop off, and I'm like, oh my god, I love that. There's a real band called Shadow Money Wizard Gang. What the fuck? Can I be the drummer and just be shirtless all the time? Oh my god, it's like a requirement. That's even like in old rock and roll bands, bro. It's like the drummer, for whatever reasons, is just shirtless. That's the vibe. Yeah. Almost like 3 a.m. Currently working on my animation. Oh, I needed a break and I found you. Well, welcome in. Hi. Yeah, also, dude, if you need a break and chill, I totally get that. You get sweaty, man. It's hard work. Dude, being a drummer is like crazy, crazy work. Got long curly hair and like 6'6", very buff, all the requirements. Damn. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. That's all the requirements. It's one of those things. My father, actually, wildly enough, was a drummer. For like, well, he still drums, but it's like he's not in a band or anything, right? So it's like, weirdly enough, I know like too much about certain things. Actually, drummer? Oh, hell yeah. I love that. I feel like it's like the type of thing I'm like, legitimately, I can talk about like drumming things despite the fact that I'm not a drummer, but I do enjoy drums and like watching like drum beats and stuff on like TikTok. Like that gets recommended a lot. Like my dad, he has like, God, what is it? Like he has a too many piece drum set where he has like timpanis and small, like tiny drums that don't need to be played, but he loves having them, kind of thing. Like he has like, what is it? Like 3-4 cymbals. The brand is called Zildjian. That's the one he reps a lot. He loves that cymbal brand. Mm-hmm. Give me the chopsticks. Yeah. Dude, I love drums though. Growing up with them, like I'm very much a fan. It's fun because of the fact that like I can send my dad like TikToks about drums and be like, how's this is the technical ability of this dude? And like, yeah. And that's one of the things we like really like talk about. It's fun. Mm. Man, I was a drummer. I could have been shirtless this whole time. Oh my god. Bro, imagine like just that's a part of the requirement of like being in a band. The drummer has to be shirtless. God, that's crazy. Yeah, dad, critique this man. Well, it's like, it's weirdly that it's hard for me to be impressed by certain drummers. But there's others where I'm like, some people wouldn't be impressed, and I'm like, ah, damn, that's impressive. And it's like, what? He's just doing like a beat. And I was like, well, the way he's doing it though. The way he's doing it is crazy. It's like, okay, well, sure, whatever you say, bro. Mm-hmm. It's too much sweat if you're going at it. That's what I'm saying. Like I've seen how much it works. Like your arms are like just all over the place if you're doing like crazy beats too, depending on like your genre you're playing too. Because it's like a jazz drum is very different than like a reggae drum kind of thing, you know? Like not that you're out here playing reggae all the time or whatever, but it's like, you know what I mean? Being like an intense metal drummer is also totally different. Mm-hmm. Oh no, you got a problem in your arm, like a splint? Oh shit. Oh, something wrong with your nerves. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that like it doesn't affect a lot of what you do when it comes to drumming though. A little bit all the time, been years. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's terrible to deal with. I think in a related sense, do you have, well, I mean, maybe not you specifically, but if you are somebody that's like been like a performer on a stage or like somebody that has been around music a lot, do you feel like you have like problems with hearing? You know, if you're like a drummer, I think that's like almost weirdly consistent. Like you start to develop like tinnitus. And I'm like, oh my God. Because it's like, I totally get it. Just 2 inches away from the screen, looking at the illustration, looks amazing. Ah, hell yeah. I love illustrations. But dude, oh man, my dad, he suffers from tinnitus, where it's like the ringing in your ears a lot. And I'm like, I don't know if it's because it's like I've heard that from several drummers that it's like that's a problem they have. And I'm like, I wonder, right, if that's like every drummer or just like people that listen and like do stuff with stage performing because it's like you're near speakers a lot and stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe it's like the bass, right? Hmm. Tinnitus ringing. It's a problem, bro. It's a problem, truly. So I hope, if anything, you know, your hearing also doesn't go. Yeah, there is a reason why a lot of drummers nowadays they wear earplugs. True. Ayuna.
A little late, but we need a hooligan idol group. Lead a
Aw.
hoot bad boy, hoot small, hoot large, hoot three hooligans in a trench coat, hoot release the best single group song. Disband but stay as friends after arguing what type of ugly bass height off of.
Oh my god. That's so cute. Aw, Ayuna. Thank you for the 55. Real. Hooligan idol group. I love that. That's so cute. The idea of like that. Yeah, spin time. Also, if you didn't know, again, thank you, first off, Hyuna, for the $55. That's no small feat at all. But whenever somebody donates over $20, like Hyuna did just then, to get the hot boy art fund to the point where it is, right? It's that I spin a wheel so that we have a wheel of punishments and other things. I'm sorry if my English isn't perfect. I'm German. That is okay. Don't worry. I think that you're doing really good. I don't speak German, but I know there is a few English ESL, English is their second language speakers, as in like a lot of communities. So don't you worry. But also, again, if you are, you know, somebody that like you're there in Germany, right? I'm certain it's very late at night. And I do hope you get some good rest if you need to take off and get some sleep. I do appreciate you. Dutch and German is closest to English. It has a lot of words that are German, like that are in the same language. True. My mom, she grew up in Austria, and then moved to the States before she like what it was like maybe her and her family were like when she was like maybe like 8 or 9 moved to the States. So it's like crazy. Let me see. Where is the wheel? The wheel. There it is. Conjured up the wheel. If you didn't know, this is the wheel again for any big donation. It is half of here is workouts like 10 crunches, 10 squats, 10 push-ups, doubling the next roll, and then I spin again, or things involving my model like having a catboy look or, you know, gender bending. So I owe one wheel spin. Let me see what it lands on. 3, 2, 1. Oh, well, Catboy time. Catboy time. You know, like, yeah. Whoa. What the? It was being silly with my Twitter there for a second. Oh my god. Tried to load the last page I was on, which was Twitter. Very silly, very silly. Alrighty, that was the wheel. Now I'm a catboy for a while. And technical issue there, but that's okay. Thank you again, Hyuna, for the dono. Almost 3 a.m., but I don't have school till next week, so it's fine. Oh, heck yeah. That's good. I know that feeling of just like wanting to just do whatever whilst whilst there's, you know, no school, no work or nothing, bro. I totally get that. I also feel like, oh my god, it's one of those things where I'm like, I finally get to do like what, you know, whatever I want. Like next time I'm like, you know, I have a break. I'm just like, oh, I'm going to do whatever until like 3 in more, like, I don't know, even 6 in the morning. But it's like, that's terrible for me. Because nowadays I'm like, all I do is stream. So I'm like, you know, I can't really reasonably do that. I don't have other obligations besides, you know, streaming. So I'm like, uh-oh, who's gonna stop me from like just playing games until like 6 in the morning? It's gotta be me. I gotta be more disciplined, you know? I gotta be better for me. Yeah. Man. Also, thank you for the headbands. Yeah, I gotta be better at relaxing, otherwise I will explode. I think a lot of the time I've been decently stressed for, not for no reason, but it's like because of things that are out of my control, unfortunately, you know? So, you know. But I appreciate you guys. You guys also make things really fun and cool, so hell yeah. Things that like you guys are vibes and a part of, you know, conversations make me happy. Are you guys all? Because I don't know if exactly like a lot of my community are this way, but it's like, are you guys also the type that will like, it'll be way too late before you realize, you know, I need to stop like doing this and that and actually get some sleep? Because for me, I'm like, even after I'm done hanging out with homies on like a VC or something, I'm like, I entirely just still want to do things so that like, I don't know. I feel like it's so dumb. It's so dumb. I'm like, I need to get to sleep, but I'm like, I could do this because now I got the time. And I'm like, oh, I hate it. I hate it. I think I truly do need to be like way more disciplined so that I'm like, oh, like it's not like going to bed at like midnight every night on the dot, but I don't know. Try to be more and more consistent at the least. I don't know. That's like the one thing that I know that I need to work on. Be like, here's a timer for bed, and then like actually try to get to sleep at that time. Where I feel like, I don't know, it's weirdly common, just that falls to the wayside. I got 40 frames to do, but after that, you're, you You know what? Is it something that you think you can get done tomorrow? Or is there going to be more things tomorrow? Because I think oftentimes also, right? It's like whenever I feel like, oh, but I can do this now, I should realize it's not always, but more often than not, I'm going to be able to be a lot more better for what I'm doing the next morning, or not whilst I'm like sleep deprived, you know? So like there's times when I have like these bursts of inspiration and I want to draw, and it's like, oh well, it's like 1 a.m. Why should you draw? It's gonna be like keep you up. Sometimes I can't stop myself, man. I'm just in that mood, but I haven't been in. Then there's like stints of time where I'm like, not that I'm having like art block. It's more like, I feel like I just haven't been in a mood to draw. So I'm trying to get myself more and more back into a mood to draw because I need that stuff, bro. But I'm sure I need to at least a week to finish. Like stuck. Not exactly feeling stuck, but more like I haven't felt good about the art, so it's deterring me from doing more. It's stopping me from wanting to get back into it. But I gotta push past that feeling, I think, because I feel like if I let that control my vibes, it's gonna not go away and then just like, not be good. Yeah. So I've gotten myself to draw a little bit, but nothing that I really care to show stream. That's okay, I'm sure I need at least a week to finish. Yeah. All I'm saying is pace yourself, okay? Don't overwork yourself and get like a sprained wrist because of it. I've seen some homies be like, I can do this, and then they overwork themselves and get like damage on their like hand and wrist because of it. That's no good. That is not good. But that's okay. That's okay. Especially if you have the motivation for it. It's a hard thing to, like, you can't manufacture motivation. You can get into habits, but that's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Inspiration, motivation, all that good stuff. Let me see. What else am I looking forward to? There's like, oh man, I gotta get back on top of cleaning. Gotta prep some meals. Oh my god, there's a lot, but gotta keep consistent, man. It's like, but it's like building that habit. It's like getting that started again. That's the problem I think I'm dealing with. Unfortunately, but I got this, probably. Maybe. I believe, sort of. But you do got it. That's the thing too, right? I think there's, I don't know, there's a whole sort of section of like what has been good and not good for like my mental space. Like, I think I'm really good at some things, but then I'm not at others. I'm like, man, studying to be an illustrator. Ooh. Continue working during the holidays. I hear you there. I was at some point working and then saving towards going to art school. But for me, I I didn't pursue that because I like doing stuff that I do now. I talk about how like I have my general degree, but I don't have like the big degree that I was going to go for, and it was going to be like concept art and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That stuff crazy, but very interesting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fight the brain goblins. It's true. Hands are going. Okay, okay. I think we take a quick stretch and bathroom break, and then I'll be back. But don't go anywhere. We're vibing, hanging out, and yapping. The last day before my break. Oh, BRB. Hmm. Hello, hi, I am back. Hope you guys are good. Hope you did a bit of stretching, hanging. You know it. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow. I feel like it's one of those things where whenever I do take a break, excuse me, I'm just like, I'm like, man, there's gonna be like so many people that are just like not willing to wait. And it's like, that's stupid to think about. That's my bad. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not sure if I even want to continue drawing after I'm done with art school, but recently somebody asked me to draw some sub badges and emotes for them. Aw. Well, I think doing art if you want to more than out of an obligation, I think is a better way to look at it. It's one of those things where you have to. I think it's one of those things like, despite it all, you should still enjoy it for you, right? So, no, that's my perspective, at least. That's my perspective. Sorry. Oh my gosh. The voice crack. Where I'm like, I want to, I want to do more and more art too, but it's like, yeah, dealing with the fact that like sometimes I don't know if I really want to do this right now, and that's okay. I think it's like pursuing it because it's an outlet or you enjoy it is really nice though. Having something that you can make that you know that isn't a common thing for others to do, or even if it is like commonplace, right? It's like you do it because you want to do it, right? Mm-hmm. Like your passion, but you like it. That is okay. I think there's a lot of things that are also like, I don't know how to explain. It's truly like, even if it's not a passion, doing something because you like it is also good. Heck yeah. I think art's a hard thing to like stay passionate about, depending though, especially with like certain things. But it's like that's a whole different thing too, because you know, like I said, do it because you enjoy it. You know, that's a hard thing to balance, but it's what really matters in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Even if it's not like a passion, it makes you happy, right? So that's nice. Or like it helps them make something that you enjoy. I think that's like another thing too, where it's like it doesn't even have to be drawing. It's like something like a creative outlet in general, right? Hmm. Hmm. Because I feel like here's like an example. Somebody that doesn't know what it's like to draw, trying to get into like art, and then not being able to handle it's not going to have an instant gratification. It's hard. It's not easy. But I'm glad that like despite that, there's still a lot of people that pursue it, even if it's not an easy thing. Sometimes it's like it is more interesting to do because it's hard, right? I don't know. It's an interesting mindset, but I'm like I think about that a lot, where it's like, I don't know, sometimes the struggle is part of it. I don't know, man. And it's like, I guess with a lot of things too, where it's like, if there's not a journey, is there like, is it truly worth the destination? It depends, I guess, right? So I don't know. Just been thinking about a lot of things too. Mm. Also, yeah, true. Seeing how far you've come, also a very good feeling. I love that being able to, I don't know, recognize where you were and where you are now. That's really cool. I think it's not an easy thing because of the fact that, like, you have to be patient with yourself, right? Being patient is not an easy thing just in general. And that's also, again, another thing I gotta work on. Be patient. Not everything is gonna happen right away or even after 6 years. But, you know, there's been outside factors that have been a problem. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Sick and dying. Oh no. Yeah, get some rest if you need. Good night, Raina. Take care. Appreciate you saying hi and vibing while you could, though. Yeah, if you're feeling bad, no worries. Take care of yourself, bro. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think there's just also, oh my god, just thinking about this. Bro, it's so much that I feel like I gotta reflect and figure out what I want to do about it. Is like, oh geez, you know, things pile up when you worry about something that's not important. Mm. Miss the owl man while he's away, but I'll be supporting you. Aw. Get a surprise B-Day gift with a gift card from my best friend yesterday. Oh, that's so sweet. Aw, heck yeah. Get rested up. Heck yeah. Yeah. Take time with things on your break. I think it's a. That's the thing, right? Because of the fact that I feel behind on certain things too. It's like, how do I say this? Let me just like do a tiny vent, right? I feel like with what I have gone through, I should be further along a path than I am. And it's not easy knowing that I still am not where I want to be. And that's, I've pushed and put pressure on myself to be like more than I am. Because things will come eventually, but it's also like, I'd rather be able to do it now than wait. But it's not easy. I don't know. Hmm. I think there's a part of me that also. Hmm, there's a part of me that thinks that there's gonna be a few things I gotta like switch up and do better. But it's hard to explain. But I appreciate you guys. I think I'm starting to get at the end of my rope today, though, unfortunately. Despite the fact that we just took a break, I think I'm gonna probably need to call it. And I do apologize that, again, it might be a slightly shorter stream. But, I start to feel my energy wane. And I think that you guys know that, I'm a little burnt out, but it's not because of, people doing things. It's more like I want to do more and I'm not doing great to make it like where I want to be. So, want to do better. So, next time my stream should at least, at the minimum, I'll be away at the maximum. Sorry, at the maximum, I should be away until the 6th of March. But it's also that, you know, if I feel like I'm all caught up on things before then I will let you guys know in the Discord. And other than that, again, appreciate you guys so much for being good vibes, hanging out, making sure that like good vibes are happening today, kind of thing. I'll try to like step away from like some parts of social media stuff too, but you know, how's about we say hi to somebody that's streaming? Let me see, who is streaming that we could say hi to, you know? Let's say hi to... Got a few people that are live. I want to say hi to a homie, maybe. Either that or somebody I don't normally say hi to. Or maybe calling it, you know, kind of thing. Let me see. There's a few. A lot of people in collabs, right? If I'm not sleeping, no worries. Also, do take care if you do need to sleep, for sure. You know, if anything, I think I will raid out into somebody that is currently just vibing and yapping. So how's about we say hi to... Say hi to Numi. Because I haven't been able to say hi to them for a while. So yeah, rest well, I'm glad I found you. I appreciate you coming on by saying hi too. Appreciate you guys. Alrighty, take care everybody. I will be back again at maximum a break until the 6th next month. But if I do feel better before then, you know, I'll let you guys know. Other than that, take care of yourself. Check out my socials. Keep your eyes on the Discord. And if, you know, be kind to each other, okay? Appreciate you. Good night. Good night. Mwah.